Okay. A very good evening, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of the world's greatest air show, the Royal International Air Tattoo, here today at RAF Airford, here in PTFS. Right now, off to the right side of the apron, we have 4 blue jets lined up. That's right, it is the Blue Angels here for the first time ever at RIAT. They're flying the F4 Phantom 2. So currently, they're all lined up and they're getting ready. So we're going to listen in to the commands and the commentary that comes with this display. Okay. Canopies down. Go. And stand by. Again.
Try. It doesn't want to go down.
No, that's what she says. Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry.
Alright, engines on. Go. Blue chef taxi, 1 taxi check.
2 taxi check.
3 taxi check.
4 jerk.
Roger. Taxiing now. Go. Taxiing. Standby. 2%.
2 taxi and 2%.
3 taxi and 2%.
4 taxi and 2%. Everyone, if you're not already, get to the spectator area. So Maverick and I think Sammy. Yeah, Maverick and Sammy get to the spectator area, or you'll just be kicked.
Yeah, everyone in the spectator zone, please. So, a very good evening, everyone. I am the Blue Angels commentator today, and I'm here to talk you through the display of the Blue Angels. Currently, they're taxiing out, getting ready to perform their demo for us here today. Right, so now the Blue Angels will roll onto the runway, and then they'll then do a smoke test and then go for takeoff. Halting.
You and me got flaps up for takeoff.
Yep.
Forming on, you can join.
Angels, smoke test, smoke's on, ready now. Smoke's off, ready now. Angels, check for takeoff, 1 check.
2 check.
3 check.
4 check.
Roger. Angels rolling 17% now, go. So there we go, as the Angels roll down the runway now, they're rolling a decent percentage, ready to then form into their first iconic formation, which is the diamond. Coming up. Gears up, go. And there we go, they are formed into the diamond. Coming left now. So today we'll show you a load of demo maneuvers that the Blue Angels will do. This includes 5 different maneuvers. We will show you the first one, which is a diamond overhead entry, then we'll show you a stack pass, then a diamond pass, a diamond loop, and a diamond breakout.
Formation check.
God. Bit broken now. I had a problem.
Indeed it is.
Somebody coming left now. Formation looking good. Get and catch up a bit.
You're
Starboy. Smoke's on. Ready now. And there we go. Here is the Blue Angels in the diamond. Starboy. Smoke's off. Ready now. Stack. Go. Coming left now. There we go. As the Blue Angels form into the stack.
You can get in front of me.
And then come in from the left-hand side of your view at the runway to then be able to show you a stack pass. You'll see 1 leading, 2 just behind, 3 behind 2, and 4 behind 3. Stand by, 4, smoke on, ready now. There you go, as the formation is bent around in front of the crowd.
You can bring us up a bit. The hill's in
Yep.
the way.
Stand by, Diamond, go. Coming right now. There you go, now the Blues move back up into the diamond formation as they come around for the next manoeuvre, which is a diamond pass. This will give you a good view of what the Blue Angels look like in their diamond. They'll probably enter this manoeuvre around about 300 feet, then hold about that 300 feet there as they come around in front of the crowd. Here they come now. Angels, smoke on, ready now.
Someone has spawned in AN225.
Can we delete that, please?
Despawn it then.
I don't have the game pass.
Can someone give us the game pass, please? Just one.
And whoever spawned it, please tell us.
Yeah, SMV, do you mind just keeping an eye out for who spawns it and then tell us?
Yeah, we'll do.
Cheers, dude.
Does anyone need any ground crew, by the way? Say in chat.
The ground crew isn't needed at the moment. Coming right now, smoke off, ready now. So there we go, the Blue Angels will now bank around to the right and they'll come in front of you for the diamond loop.
How sensitive is
Formation looking good.
How sensitive is the jet with Advanto?
I have no
No, I've had it on the whole flight. It's fine.
Okay. Turn it on then, shall we? Oh,
Smoke's on, ready now.
Yeah, so cool. Get back into that formation.
By advancement on go and pulling up.
Oh my god, the sun is blinding.
Yeah, you're not the only one who felt that. Oh, hello. Bit of lag.
There we go as the Blue Angels come around in the top of the loop, coming down. Coming left. Easing out the pull. Leveling. Blue, smoke off, ready now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you will now see the final maneuver of the Blue Angels. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Diamond Breakout.
Okay, so there's no cross on this, correct?
Yeah, treat it like a vixen.
You and they going up and left and up and right.
Yeah.
With
I'll go forward.
with afterburner or without?
Without.
Without.
Angel, smoke on, ready now. Stop it. Ready. Break. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the end of our Blue Angels display. Thank you for watching today. Alright. Angels in number order. Land. I don't know what landing speed is on this.
12.
Well,
12. Roger. Number 1 coming in.
You're getting Tony. Sweet.
Okay, and that was a great display held by the Blue Angels there as they come into land now on the runway. A bit of a treat there, as we've never seen the Blue Angels at a RAIT before. So that is one heck of a treat there for us. Hopefully we can see them more again in future RAIT. So moving on to the next load of aircraft. Next up we have the Vulcan. So there we have it, as the Blues just taxi off to the left there of the crowd. As we can see there, they taxi down. They are all in line, and we should hopefully start to see the Vulcan arrive in very soon.
If not, I'll get in contact with him because he is online. He could just be having dinner because it's around that time.
Here we go, we can see the ground crew vehicles taxiing in the aircraft there. So they'll be now going to the left side of the crowd on the west apron, as we call it. So to your right, crowd, that is the east apron, and on the left of the crowd is the west apron. And the west apron is where the Blue Angels will be parked. And then that's where you'll be able to see the pilots getting out and then joining in with the crowd. Right, we're gonna taxi off it. And parking. There we go, we can see as the Blues just finish off there. Engines off, go. Canopies, go.
There's someone in the crowd saying that they'll do the Vulcan if the Vulcan person doesn't show up.
He should be here. I could probably hang on a minute. There you go. Right.
And ladders, go. Team dismissed.
I'll quickly get in contact with him.
Yep. Hopefully now we should see the Vulcan turn up. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long for that.
I mean, you can drive through them.
There we go, a display team from the United States Air Force to open up the RAIT here today. And now we move on, hopefully, to the Vulcan. And if the Vulcan doesn't come, I believe we could be seeing a F4 Phantom display again, or the one from yesterday, or we could be seeing the Vulcan taken over by someone else.
1 second. Right.
I've spawned the aircraft.
Roger.
We'll skip it for now, and then if he gets back to me, we'll go on to it.
Right, shall we get the F4 Phantom then up, display up?
Yep.
Alright. So, the Vulcan hasn't come to arrive yet, but now we have the F4 Phantom display. This is one that appeared yesterday, but with a few technical difficulties, the aircraft couldn't properly make it. But it's here to fly for us today and put on a spectacular show. So without further ado, I believe there is commentation to this. So over to you, F4 Phantom commentator.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and once again, thank you for allowing us to fly here at this legendary display. If you look to your right, you can see there's the F4 here in our amazing Sundowners livery. He's now taxiing to the runway. He will be going to the other side of the runway, which most of the aircraft take off from, which is the other side, as he has a special takeoff planned here today. So he'll be turning left here to the right. Let me give you a little bit of history about aircraft today. Obviously, this was one of the most famous aircraft in the Cold War. Did some very good stuff for the American people, and served us very well. Obviously, there's not much left in service, but as you can see here, this one we have really put the most money we can into it to keep it airborne. We'll just stand by here as the aircraft taxis to the runway. Shouldn't be too long, ladies and gentlemen. Here, ladies and gentlemen, the F4 rolls into the runway. It's showtime. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a takeoff roll of 4,490 feet, get ready to hear the sounds of the General Electric axial flow J79 engines as the legend is about to return to the skies here once again. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The F4 now banks to a nice right, come behind the crowd. We'll now cue the music for our beautiful F4 display. Stand by. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, a lovely display there from our F4 pilot. And we want to thank you once again for inviting us to the REACT display. We know we came yesterday, sadly we couldn't have the best display, but today we've put on the best we possibly can, and we really hope that you have enjoyed. Back over to you. Ladies and gentlemen, here, if you look to the left, you can see now, as the engines are down, no, the gears are down, flaps are down, and here we go for a lovely landing to end off the display. Touchdown by the F4, and there we go. Thank you very much.
A very big thank you there to the F4 Phantom. So next up we have on the list the Eurofighter Typhoon. Now this is not the Eurofighter display team just yet, but it is a Typhoon. So without further ado, the Typhoon pilot is going to take to the skies.
Ahmed, can you escort the other aircraft, please?
Right then, well, here we go. It's a Typhoon off to the right. So there we go. We have the fire trucks. They're taxiing this one out. An odd surprise. Usually it's follow me trucks here at RIA, but it's all worth a change. So yes, the Typhoon, a British multi-role. Well, I say British. It is used in many of different air forces. We have the British, the German, the Italian as well, I believe, and probably a couple of others who actually operate the Typhoon. Here at the UK, we have them based at RAF Coningsby and RAF Lossiemouth up in Scotland. We obviously have the two QRA squadrons as well with the Typhoon. So one at Lossiemouth and one at RAF Coningsby. Currently, on the runway, there it is, in all its glory. It is the Typhoon. And then we get ready for it to start its display. There we go, the Typhoon is now rolling, and we'll then get ready for the music to cue.
Yeah, this is the wrong one, I think.
Feel free to come down and redo takeoff. You can come down and redo takeoff if you want.
What's it meant to be? Oh, I know that one.
Just ask everyone to stay inside, like Ethan. Inside the room.
Alright. Do you want me to have a look? And this is the one. Hang on. Don't play one more. I've got this one now. Gonna be via Mackie. there we go. We come to the end of that display there. A very nice, well-performed Typhoon, showing its multi-role capabilities. Now, moving on to the next aircraft, we have the A-10, another piece of American engineering.
The A-10 pilot seems to not be here.
Then if the A-10 pilot is not here, then we'll move on to the next display, which is the A330 MRTT tanker. If we'll give them a couple of minutes to show up the aircraft, and if they do not show up, we'll then move on to the A330 tanker.
I'm nervous. Oh.
Their music to this one, is it?
No. Actually, you can, Ewan, if you have a specific song you think that an A330 tanker would match to, play it.
No, the A330 doesn't match anything, does it, really? The tanker.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pick a song, so I don't know what to do, but...
It's fine, I'll just run through some commentary with it.
Alright.
So there we are, the A330 just off to the right here, the A330 tanker. This is the A330 MRTT, the multi-role tanker transporter, as it starts its display. So, currently in use with the British Air Force, I believe, and the American. This is the American version we can see here. It features the boom like the KC-135. And I also believe it features the drogues, which you can see, which are those pylons on the wings. It is a total of 15 countries have placed firm orders for approximately 82 aircraft, of which 64 had been delivered. So this is of the MRTT here that we see. This was all done in March the 31st, 2025. So recently, about last month, people have purchased, so companies and air forces and navies around the globe have purchased this tanker here that we see right in front of us. So there we go, as it rolls onto the runway there and gets ready to start its demo. So the A330 can refuel multiple different types of aircraft. This includes the F-16. It also can refuel F-18s, Rafales, F-22s, and F-35s as well. So it has a multi-role purpose of refueling multiple different aircraft, hence why it has the drogue and the boom on the back. It is also capable of refueling some of our tanker transport aircraft via the British Air Force, so it can also refuel the A400M. It can also refuel the Typhoon as well. So that is a neat detail. And with the boom, it can also refuel the B-1B. We'll also see, hopefully, another tanker being showcased here today in not long. Other operations, the A330's, the A330 MRTT has done as well. It has refueled F-15s, so it can be used for long support and superior opportunities with fuel. So the Airbus A330 multi-role tanker, also known as the MRTT, is a European aerial refuel and military transporting aircraft based on the civilian Airbus A330, as we see the current day. So the A330 MRTT is a powerful, versatile aircraft designed for air-to-air refueling, transport and medical evacuation. It's a new generation tanker and strategic airlifter that offers a significant increase in fuel offload capacity, range, and payload compared to previous tanker aircraft. So the fuel capacity on the MRTT that we see here is 111 tons, without relying on external tanks, allowing the extended flight duration and refueling capacity and capabilities. With the refueling, it's equipped with a state-of-the-art hose and basket refueling system, which is known as the drogues, and is certified for automatic air-to-air refueling using the boom system. The aircraft can transport up to 300 troops at a time, or a payload of 45 tons. So to put this in pound perspective, this is £99,000. It boasts a range of 16,000 kilometers, enabling long-distance deployment. It can be configured with a dedicated medvac kit for transporting patients. The A330 MRTT is used by various nations to air-to-air refuel transport and other roles. The A330 MRTT has accumulated over 300,000 flight hours across 10 operators and 15 user nations. The A330 MRTT is approved to refuel more than 25 different aircraft types, which we went through there not too long ago. The A330 also benefits from the combination of the fly-by-wire technology that is built inside the aircraft, which is with the modern onboard system and excellent onboard efficiency that the pilots can also control themselves. So as you can see, this thing is a complicated aircraft and is very versatile, as we can see here from the maneuverability that the pilot is showing us. Even at slow speeds here, this is going at roughly about 100 to 200 knots, as it shows us the capabilities of how slow speed works. There we go, doing big loops there. See the about 30 degree bank there from its wing tilt. As the boom is deployed and then re-put back up.
I'm gonna go for a late touch and go, just so you know.
So we go, the gear is deployed as it goes for a late touch and go.
It's really bad to maneuver this aircraft.
How come you didn't use the thruster?
It keeps on deploying for some reason. Back up.
Oh, fair. Oh, yeah, it depends what altitude you're at.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. I want to be able to show the viewers the it close by. So, all right, I'll show you. I'll come in one more time and then.
There we go, coming in for one more pass now, and then, as you heard the pilot say, he'll come in for one more pass and go into land. So there we go, gaining a bit more altitude there, as the boom and the drogues are released again. Usually we could get some jets to demonstrate how a usual tanker refueling is, but this is only a demo fly past here by the aircraft. Shout out to RAF Bryce Norton for allowing this to happen. So there we go. As it comes to the end of the display, we move on to the next aircraft. Now, this is a brand new aircraft. It hasn't been seen in a while here. It is the secret display that we have put. It is the TriStar. Another tanker, as we would see later on. So we're just waiting a couple of seconds now, just so sort a few things out. So just a quick reminder, do remember that we are live on the YouTube. A big shout out to some of the React viewers that are watching over there. So it's nice to see that we can get two different things running at once. We have our streamer also streaming the air show with all the live commentary and all the live action here today. Yep, so currently we are getting the pilot ready now in the TriStar. So we're just waiting to see the TriStar appear now. I believe it should be on the right hand side of us now. Yes, there we go. The TriStar just off to the right of us now. Now, I don't know too much about this aircraft itself, so quite sure how to commentate on this one, but I will try my best. So this is the Lockheed L1011 TriStar. So right here we see the RAF Tanker Refueling Edition. So here we go. The TriStar refers to the Lockheed L1011 TriStar, a wide-body trijet airline built by Lockheed themselves. It was known for its advanced autopilot and fly-by-wire technology, allowing for automatic takeoffs and landings. The TriStar features a unique engine configuration with 3 Rolls-Royce RB211 engines. So those are what you can see now. So if you were to take off the outer shell of the TriStar here, you can see a big engine at the back. You'll see a big old pipe that bends, letting the air travel from one end to the other through the aircraft's fuselage. So whilst the TriStar is taxiing out, we'll read you through the rest of the demos coming up on today. So after this we have the Su-27, then we have the JAS Gripen. We saw a display team of them yesterday. Then we go on to the Typhoon display, that is done by the RAF. After the Typhoon display then we move on to the F-14. We then have the F-35, the B-29, the C-17, the F-18, the F-22, a Hawk T-1 showing up. That's coming from all the way up at RAF Valley. We have the F-4U Corsair, another secret display that's going to show up, and the Red Arrows to finish off the day. An iconic team that has always come to the RIATs and always please the crowd with such amazing stunts. So there we go, we can see the TriStar as it just takes off there. So there we are, a TriStar based off the MD-11, I believe. It is here as a RAF tanker to show its capability of tanking. So there we go, there is the drogue released. So obviously this would be used to refuel Typhoons, F-18s, and other aircraft that have the capabilities of using the drogue refueling system. There we go, with a bit of a wing wave as the drogue goes back into the pipes there, as you can see at the back of the aircraft. It does come equipped with 2, but they can only launch 1 at a time due to them being so close. As like with the A330 MRTT, as we just saw, it is capable of releasing the drogue and the boom all at the same time. So, for instance, you could have possibly have 2 Typhoons and a F-15 refueling off the MRTT, as with the TriStar here we only can have the 1 aircraft refueling, and obviously the others would have to wait in a, as we call, a finger formation, ready for their turn. So there we go, showing the manoeuvrability again. There we go, as it sort of comes down in the altitude there and then picks up, showing its climbing capability. That just shows how much stress the aircraft is able to be put under while flying at such manoeuvrable rates. So usually not many aircraft like itself could do that back in the day, but this one obviously has been upgraded and has been able to be worked around to give it the manoeuvrability of another decent aircraft that is not able to sort of compensate for its sort of speed and manoeuvrability. So there we go, it's just out over to the right of us now. And there we go, the landing gear is deployed, and I believe that is the signal of the end of the TriStar. So it's great to see another tanker here at Riyadh. We don't see much, but it definitely gives us a great view upon how tankers can be used throughout the world of aviation. So now we move on to the next display, which is currently here, I believe. It is the Su-27, so a Ukrainian aircraft, this time, to show up at the RIAT. There we go, as we can see the TriStar taxiing in there, and we wait for the Su-27 to get underway. Right, so we move on to the Gripen then, considering the Su-27 has finished its display. So here we go, back to an aircraft we saw yesterday in a display team. A group of 2 I believe, that showed up. A great display put on by the pair. And now we see a aircraft, the same type, which is the JAS 39 Gripen. So off to the right hand side of the apron for us here. Now, right over where the TriStar is taxiing.
Well, we have the South African Gripen today, all the way from South Africa today. Big flight.
Yeah, so there we go, a big flight there, as you heard from the pilot. It's all the way from South Africa, as we can tell by the colour of the livery, and also the South African flag on the back. Yeah, so another great aircraft, a replica of the Typhoon. But instead of having the twin engine, this one's smaller, single engine, a little more versatile than the Typhoon as well. It still features the Delta wing and the Delta canards on the air intakes. Obviously, the air intakes are on a different position on this. So the Gripen is well known for its Sweden sort of known nationality. That's where the Gripen was built. But obviously, as other countries have ordered it, the UK used to own some, as we've previously seen. The South African, obviously, as we can see here, and a couple of other countries that have also had the Gripen. So yes, as the aircraft taxis out onto the runway now, as the aircraft gets onto the runway, I'll be stopping the commentary as there is music to this display. So, without further ado, I will stop the commentary as the aircraft rolls onto the runway.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick detail. You might be noticing that the aircraft is backtracking. It's just we are trying to get the aircraft up in the air as quick as possible to display our special takeoff. Stand by.
It's the end of the Gripen display. A very great display there performed by the South African Air Force with the Gripen. So moving on to the next aircraft, we have the British Typhoon display team. So this is a display demo performed by one Typhoon, and it will be over to the commentator there for this display. Okay, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying the air show so far. Currently, our Typhoon is waiting on the pan. As you can hear, the engine's pulling up now. He's just going to wait for the Gripen to taxi in, and then he'll get straight to his takeoff and get ready for the runway. I will not be commentating for the full display due to the aircraft having the usual music Sail by AWOL Nation playing on the runway. So I'm here to talk you through what you could see and will see during the display of the Typhoon here today. Currently, the aircraft is taxiing now to its assigned runway. He's a RAF Typhoon pilot. Has been doing this for quite a long time now. This is our, I believe, 12th year here at RIAT, as we have displayed multiple of our displays here today at this countless event. So we are flying a special black livery today. We go by the call sign of Reheat 01. That is the new 2025 name for this year. So it is flying, obviously we used a black livery not too long ago as we were representing the Black Jack. That was partly Union Jack of the Royal Air Force there. And then, as you saw last year, we had obviously the Moggy display. So that was two great aircraft, and now we're back to put on a third great display here for RIAT. So we hope you enjoy the display. We hope you enjoy everything else that we have to offer. So we go, our pilot is rolling onto the runway now, and when he stops on the runway, the music will start playing then, and the display will be underway via the Typhoon. There we go, the aircraft is on runway, and he will wait. Ready. The wrong song there, give us 2 minutes here. You can. Is it possible if you can do the music for me, please? I'm having problems with it. Yep. So we got a few technical difficulties with the display there, but we will be up and running very soon.
Oh my.
Highway to the danger zone indeed, especially with the F-14 Tomcat. And man, I'm feeling the need for speed here at RAIT today. Honestly, it has been such a great pleasure here today to be able to commentate all these air shows and to be able to see these fantastic displays here today and for all the other RAITs that we have done. So, next up we have the F-35B Lightning II, another great aircraft here in use by the US Air Force, the Australian Air Force and the British Air Force currently. So, the F-35B, well, what can we say about it? Well, it's our new generation fighter, basically. I believe it's the 5th generation fighter, as the Typhoon was the 4.5 generation. We think about the F-35 here, so there is 3 different variants. We have the F-35A, which is a ground-based F-35. It has all the same stealth capabilities as the B and C. So currently, at the moment, the A has a hook. So most A's come equipped with the hook due to obviously having failure if having to land on a runway and you ain't got the brakes. On the runway there can be cables deployed, and then these cables will catch the aircraft and the aircraft can deploy its hook so it can catch the cable. Then we have the B variant. This is also a carrier and land-based F-35. So as you can see here, see all the doors open on the F-35B. So this is the B variant that you're going to be seeing the display of today. And that will be very nice to see as well. So currently, you can see as the engine nozzle is down, 2 doors at the top are open and there's a door at the bottom open. That's to let all the air in to then be pushed out through the engine to give it that vertical lift thrust. So it is the counterpart of the Harrier. So the EA-AV-8B, as we saw last year, had the EA-AV-8B Matador 2. And obviously some Harrier jump jets and the Harrier 2 as well. So here's the magical question, you can. Is there music to this display? So there we go, the F-35's off and starting its display off with a roar. This is probably one of the loudest aircraft we've had here today, due to its engines. It is a loud aircraft in real life. If you were to stand in front of this thing whilst it's landing, you might want to cover your ears as it is very, very loud. But here we are, it is at some distance from the crowd here today. So it should be not as loud, so there we go as it goes up into a vertical climb. Slowly rolling it off to the right. So we think of the F-35 as our new stealth aircraft here at in the RAF. Obviously, we don't know what the Tempest is going to be like yet. That is due to be really spoken about very soon by the RAF as well. Also, another variant I forgot to talk about of the F-35 is we have the F-35C, which is the launch carrier based F-35. So that is able to go on any carrier with a launch system. So, for instance, USS Gerald R. Ford. So it's got a double wheel design at the front, as the A and the B only have a single wheel design at the front. So as we can see here, just off to the front of us, the F-35 going into the hover. And there we go, as I was talking about the wheels, you can see the one wheel design there. As the aircraft is wheeled around to the right, so for us it looks like it's turning to the left. But there, so to do this, it has a nozzle. The engine is on a nozzle, able to make it turn just like that. And off it flies there with the burners enabled. So the F-35s are currently based they're all based at RAF Lakenheath over in Norwich. Pretty much on the coast. That's because they can fly down the coast and then head down to Portsmouth, where obviously some will be based on HMS Queen Elizabeth when it goes out for deployment stages in the Navy. So we don't have any F-35Cs in the British Air Force, I believe, due to we don't have the carriers to store them. But we obviously do have the A and the B variant around. So there we go, back into the hover. So yeah, there is quite a few F-35 based at RAF Lakenheath. Obviously with multiple different pardon? Roger. So back to what I was saying, there is multiple roles for the F-35. Yes, so currently, I'm trying to think where I was now, due to that incident. Yeah, so there he is now, just gently gliding over the runway in the hover. So yeah, there is quite a few F-35 based at RAF Lakenheath. You can see them. I believe there is roughly about 30 odd, maybe 30 odd F-35s based there. They fly on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And a great aircraft to see if you ever get the opportunity to see them. So another fact about the F-35 as well. Sorry, not a fact. RAF Lakenheath is known as the 48 Fighter Wing. Those are the ones that store the F-35s and house them and look after them for the time being. So now, next up, we move on to the B-29.
Ewan, there's a bunch of the viewers and they're spawning at Larnaca. There's so much of them. There's three people here right now. Louis the Legend 6, Unspeakable Lube, and GSATZ Forever. Yeah, and Unspeakable Lube is just flying around here and...
Everyone, if you are here for the REACT, please come back to the viewing area, and if you are not here for the REACT, please leave and go into a different server, as this server is meant for the REACT. Yeah, so moving on, the next display, sorry about that, is the B-29. So you can, the magical question, is there music to this display? Actually, yes, there is music. The person has just texted me now. Very amazing. If you could please,
Unspeakable Lube
because I
is not
struggled to...
listening. He's still at Kavos. Yeah,
Unspeakable, if you can please bring yourself back to Izzo here. If not, you will be kicked from the session because this is used for the RAIT at the moment, not just for a mess around. Yep, so there we go. The B-29 is just taxiing out onto the runway there. And I will stop with the commentation and it's on to the music. There we go, some great manoeuvrability there by the B-29. I never thought it could do that, that's for sure. Some American music to go with an American plane. So as we get ready to move on to the next display, as it comes to the end of the B-29 display, we now have the C-17. So the Globemaster here, Globemaster 3. If not, we'll skip that one. We'll move straight on to the F-18, and then if not, we'll end up on the F-22, the Hawk T-1, and then the F-4U Corsair. And then after the F-4U Corsair, we have a secret display. And then after the secret display, we then have the finishing display team, the Royal Air Force Aerobatics team, the Red Arrows, commentated by Red 10 himself. So as we just wait for the word, if the F-18 pilot can just get ready just in case. Ready. Alright. Yes, so hope everyone is enjoying themselves so far. Sorry for the inconveniences that have happened along the way, but it happens now and again. So just a reminder of what's come up. If the C-17 doesn't arrive, we'll have the F-18, then we'll have an F-22, a Hawk T-1, the F-4U Corsair, then the secret display, which will be announced after the F-18 display. Then we'll have the Red Arrows, then to finish off, commentated, as I said, by Red 10 himself. We don't know what amount of pilots they're flying for the team today, but we'll be sure to find out very soon enough, as they'll soon be lining up all their jets ready for the air show. Yep, so moving on, we go on to the F-18. So is there any music to this display? Okay. Right, so the F-22 with music to the display. Okay. There we go, as the F-18 taxis down now. You can see this is the Jolly Roger livery of the F-18. So F-18s are a multi-capable fighter, so it is able to take off from carriers and runways. As you can see, that little bit underneath the front landing gear that is sticking up, that will be the launch bar on the F-18. So there we go, the aircraft is set on runway, and off they go.
There's two aircraft, one over Scoplios and one in Greater Rockford.
Yeah, if we can all return back to Izzo, please, because no one else should be flying any other aircraft. It should only be the displays at RIAT. So, bit of background for the F-18 as it kicks off its display. The F-18, FA-18 Hornet is a highly versatile twin-engine fighter aircraft used by the US Navy and the Marine Corps. It's capable of both air-to-air combat and ground attack missions. The FA-18 has seen combat action in several conflicts, including the Gulf War and the Iraq War. So some key facts on the aircraft. It is a multi-role. The F-18 is designed to perform a variety of roles, including air-to-air combat, air-to-ground attacks, reconnaissance and electronic warfare. The aircraft is known for its speed and maneuverability, capable of reaching speeds of up to Mach 1.8, which is 1,100 miles an hour. So a lot quicker than what your standard airline would go. They usually reach speeds of about Mach 0.75, depending on the weight. The F-18 can carry a wide variety of weapons, including air-to-air missiles, bombs, and other parts and other things for warfare. Cockpit features a heads-up display, also known as the HUD, and critical switches located on the throttle and control stick for ease of use in combat. So on the stick you will find the bomb release switch, you'll find a payload drop switch, you'll find the weapons firing switch, so this trigger will fire either missiles when selected, or it will fire the cannon.
Doing this stuff airborne aeroscope, so I'm just gonna go check it out.
The aircraft seems to be above 10,000 feet, as I'm still not seeing a name tag. Oh, it's XX long XX12.
I think that's the guy who came in with the thingy as well. What's his name? The Hawk 1.
Yeah, doesn't anyone know XXX Long's username on Discord?
Okay, so continuing, maintenance. The F-18 is designed for easy maintenance, with engine changes achievable in about 20 minutes, which is very good. So, if the aircraft was to get any engine damage, the aircraft shouldn't have to be waiting too long on the ground to be repaired. The F-18 has evolved into the FA-18E/F Super Hornet, a larger and more powerful variant of the aircraft. So here we're seeing just the FA-18 edition.
Walrus Airborne, there's a Walrus Airborne.
Where?
You can ban him, he's in Tokyo, he's called XX Long.
Oh my god, you again!
Yeah, I think he's left though. He left because he heard. He's in the call.
If you were on the call XX Long, why are you disrupting React?
Not funny, mate.
The FA-18 has been a mainstay of the US Navy and Marine Corps since the 1980s, with the Super Hornet continuing to be a crucial asset to their air force and air combat. So the F-18 is also used by the Blue Angels as well. We saw the F-4 Phantom Blue Angels earlier, and they obviously fly the F-18 as well. NASA also used a prototype F-18 as well, and that was another thing to keep an eye out for. So yep, a lot on the F-18, a very good background on it as well, especially being used by the US Marine Corps and Navy. So we go, the aircraft should be coming to the end of its display now, as I believe it's coming in for a final pass, and then we will see the end. Then we'll move on to the next aircraft on the list. So next up on the list is the F-22 after the end of this one. So yep, there you go, the F-18 coming in for a tactical landing sort of thing there. Alright then, well, there's no more commentary from me for now, and on to the music.
Ewan.
Yep.
He's back in the game. Ban him quickly before he leaves. XX. Ah, he left. Right, good. Ewan. Ewan.
Yes, Isaac.
Can you add the despawn timer for Callum? Because he's spawning in the reds. I think he is anyway. Let me check.
Done.
Thank you. Yep, that's him. Is that him in S&B?
There we go. The music stops and the aircraft comes into land. We move on to the next display, which is the. Let me figure this out now. The Hawk T1. So currently off to the right side, you can see a bunch of Hawk T1s lined up. That is the red arrows. They'll be up very shortly, hopefully flying a team of 5 to 6, depending on who they can get on for the team, as considering it is Easter Sunday. A happy Easter to everyone out there. So we go, the Hawk T1 is ready for its display. And there we go. It's going to start taxiing now.
Just really quickly, do we have the F4 pilot, F4U pilot here? Because if not, I just want to prepare
So we can get them sorted, yeah, so we can...
Yeah, do we have the F4U pilot here? If so, jump. If you're in the crowd. He's not in the game. So it doesn't look like we have, because it would be nice so we can just, end on time as well. Yep, no aviation dude in the game. Should I get the secret displays ready?
Yep.
Copy that.
By the way, there is music to this display. I've got it sorted. Let's just make sure this is the right one. Oh, great. So quickly.
Right, sounds good. Aircraft set.
Again. Jesus. Right now it's just playing random stuff. Give me 2 minutes. I got to play by music. There we go, the Hawk T1 will now fly off over to Scampton to go park up, and now we move on to the next display, which is the, I believe, the F4U Corsair. Right, so we move on to the secret display then. So, I did say we would announce this after one of the other final aircraft, but I totally forgot about that. That is my apology. So, currently, it's at RAF Scampton, hence why the Hawk T1 has gone to fly out over there. we have 2 special aircraft lined up, ready for their display.
Stand by you and just have to reconnect.
All good. So, the time of day will change
So,
due to what the display is. And we'll have one of the pilots who will be leading. He's going to talk us through the display. So we're just waiting for him to reconnect. And then we'll hear some commentary of him. So he'll be telling the other pilot on what to do.
wow, ladies and gentlemen, hello there. It is a great pleasure here to be bringing you this special display here to RAIT. We have been preparing this for a few weeks now, and we are so excited to finally show you. Obviously, these aircraft are very loud, so make sure you've got your ear defenders on. If you are quite, not the best with the big sounds, but here they are. Here at RS Scampton, the engines are starting to roll. The ladders are going up, and they're about to roll into the runway.
Stand by, Isaac. What's the suitable time?
That's perfect.
Ready?
Cover that. Rolling out 5%.
Rolling now, 5%.
3% new speed.
Roger, 3% new speed.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. The special display of tonight's evening. The 2 aircraft are now taxiing to the runway 13 here of RAF Scampton, and should be up with the 4 afterburners rolling nicely. We're going to go 70% for takeoff, then we're going to go 30% for a cruise. Taking off. Now, as the first one rolls away from RS Scampton, the second one will follow straight behind. And we'll get back to you once the aircraft are approaching.
So yes, there we go. That was one of the pilots talking to you there as the aircraft are up.
%30 enable.
Roger, same. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, now if you look out just to the left-hand side, you might just see the aircraft rolling in.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we go back to our commentary, if you haven't guessed it already, of course today we will be flying the legendary B-1Bs. We have a 2-ship here flying next to each other. If you look over to your left, they'll come behind you on the crowd as they need to realign for the first move onto the right side of the runway.
So just to say, ladies and gentlemen, this would be a great photo opportunity to get a good photo of the 2 aircraft in this formation here.
Now, this is a sight to see two B-1Bs flying as close as they possibly can together. But soon you'll see the second B-1B as he puts on reverse thrust or idles the engine a little bit as he forms behind the first B-1B. Perfect position. Now, the reason we put on a twilight display here tonight is because obviously burners show better on a nice sunset, and obviously there's no better burners than the burners on the B-1B. Coming left now. Here the pilots are communicating as they are now coming in from the right for their first maneuver of the show. This show won't be a very hectic one, just be some lovely free lovely fly past here today, showing the wing sweep of the aircraft. In line. B1B1 is in line.
Roger, 2 now.
Coming up.
Catching up slowly.
100% rolling now.
Roger, 100% rolling now.
Bonus activated. And ladies and
Burners
gentlemen, there
radio.
is the lovely burners there of the aircraft. In total, 8 afterburners on full reheat. Coming right. 30% check.
Roger, coming back 30%.
Wings coming back.
Wings folding go.
As they go back in front of the crowd here over Al Najaf Airport to form back onto the right here. But this time they'll be going quite far out because they need to get to some substantial speeds here to pass the airport.
To answer your question, no.
Alright, it's all good. As you can see now the B1Bs start banking right, and I'll do another level out. Now, we also do want to thank you once again for all of you and the RIAT team for inviting us to this amazing display. And we hope that you are having a wonderful day here at RIAT. Anyway, enough chit chat. Here we go. You're about to hear the wonderful sound of 8 afterburners working together to make a glorious sound. Here from the right, with the wings swept back. B1B1 lining up.
Following lineup.
As soon as inlined, burners are a go. B1B1 full burners activated.
Roger, burners coming go.
There we go, the burners are on, and here they come in for the high-speed fly pass with the wings. Swept back. Banking right. 30%. Leveling out. Now, yeah, it's going to be a very difficult here manoeuvre for the B1Bs as they go out to a Renji way to then come back in line for a... They were coming at a diagonal angle to your left, then break left, level out, and then go back to the right for another diagonal angle. This is going to be a pretty tricky manoeuvre for the B1Bs, but I reckon the pilots will be doing it, and also, once again, info afterburner for their last manoeuvre. Landing up.
Roger, following.
Number 1 inlined.
2 inlined.
Holding up. You can hear the comms, and now once again we will go silent. So you can hear the beautiful engines of the B1B as 8, once again 8 afterburners work together to make incredible sounds. 100% hearing it. Coming left. Leveling out. Coming right. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, as the burners come off and the aircraft go back down to 30%. There was your B1B display. We really hope that you did enjoy, and we hope that we can once again come to RIAT in the future. Thank you.
I'm gonna go break off for London.
Yeah. We landed back at Scampton
Right.
here.
We can land it.
Right,
So there we go, a display and a half there from the B1Bs. What an amazing sight there with a massive aircraft. So obviously US Air Force. They are currently based at RAF Fairford. So great sight to see for such an air show here. So now we move on to the final thing of today now, which is the Royal Air Force Aerobatics team, the Red Arrows. So this is going to be another great display here today.
18%.
18% copy.
Ladies and gentlemen, one quick thing. Obviously, if you want to see the beautiful B1Bs touching down, look to your right as you'll see a dual formation of B1Bs touching down. Here we go from the right as the leader here is currently banking left to line up over the runway, and the second pilot as he follows behind. Both at 120 knots with flaps free and the wings extended to 14%. We like to get our B-1Bs nice and low so then they can stop in time as they are quite big aircraft. There we go, it's touchdown from the first pilot there, a beautiful touchdown made by the pilot as the second one now approaches.
Touchdown.
There we go, it's touchdown for the second aircraft, once again another beautiful touchdown, and once again thank you so much for inviting us to this RIAT, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
Okay, right now, so we move on to the final display of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, it is, like I have been saying, the Royal Air Force Aerobatics Team of the Red Arrows. So, on to you, Red 10, and without further ado, it's, well, the Red Arrows. Okay, and thank you there. Very good evening, everyone. I am Red 10 from the Red Arrows. I'm here to talk you through the display today. So yes, we just saw a magnificent display from the B-1Bs. And then we'll now see another great display performed by the Red Arrows. So we're just going to wait for the time of day to be changed, and then the pilots will then get in their aircraft ready for the air show. Right, so there we go. We can see one of the pilots running over to the jets now. And we'd like to ask all Red's crew to get ready by their jets.
Okay.
So there we go, Red 1 is in his jet. You can see the ground crew by the jets now as they do all the searches. Okay, we're just seeing if any other pilot's going to show up very quickly.
Shall I invite the other pilot up to the stage?
Yes, please.
All done.
Okay, we're just waiting hopefully for a couple more pilots to show up hopefully for the Reds, and then we can get moving. We're expecting a team of 5. Maybe not, we might have to go with the Diamond 4. Then, Reds, engines on, go! Reds, check, taxi, 1 check.
Free check.
Full check.
Roger, 4 reds, check taxi, 1 taxi and 5% go.
2 taxi and 5%.
3 taxi, 5%.
4 taxi, 5%.
Okay, so we're going to be flying the Diamond 4 today for the Reds due to obviously it being Easter Sunday. Probably some pilots are taking a break, hanging around with family, but that is all okay because we can still put on a great display with a team of 4. So during today's display, you can see multiple of our manoeuvres that we usually go through on a day-to-day basis that we do on a training. Okay, so for the entry, we will be entering in the Diamond for once due to having 4 pilots. Then we will actually do the move into the battle. We'll do a full battle in this case. So yes, it will be a very odd air show to see 4 Reds flying, but yet we're still going to try to put on the best display we can for the crowd. Of course, we're going to be trailing our trademark diamond colours, which is the red, white and blue, which also represents the British flag as well. So as they roll onto the runway, we're going to tune into Red 1's intercom, and we're going to hear everything that's going on between the team and him himself. Okay, Red 1 on runway. Halting now, go. Stop it. Red smoke test, smoke's on, go! White smokes, go! And smoke off, go! Red check, take off, 1 check.
2 check.
3 check.
4 check.
Roger, 4 reds check, take off. Reds are rolling now, go! And there we go, the Reds are rolling down the runway now.
4, rolling now.
And pulling up. Alright, gears up, go. Coming left, now.
You and shall form the slot, or
Yep, on slot, go for a diamond entry.
copy that? Will I be in white smoke?
Yep. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is my honour here today for the first air show of the season, flying the 25 moves list, or part of the 25 moves list / 24, due to the actual moves list not being seen by the public just yet from the Real Red Arrows. But we have gone off from what we have seen. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I will hope you enjoy this display, and let's see what happens next. Here we go. Come on, let's smoke on, go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you now look behind the crowd, for the start of that display, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Royal Air Force Aerobatics team, the Raiders. Go change, go. Coming left now, white smoke, go. Reds, battle, go. There we go, they move up into the battle now. Stop it. Red smoke on, go. There you go, coming just to the left of you now. Get your cameras ready as they come even more around, bank to the left. Coming left now. Red smoke off, go. Stand by, Typhoon, go. There we go, the Typhoon is cool and the Reds are brought around to the right. Reds coming right now. Increasing the pull. Come on, red smoke on, go. So we go, watch the four nose lights come towards the crowd now as the Reds are in the Typhoon. Coming right now. And pulling up, pull up. Come on, loving, out, rolling, out. Red's tornado, go. So there we go, as Reds 1 and 2 move back behind Reds 3 and 4. They'll now move in and get ready for the tornado. This is a crowd favourite.
In us left now.
Coming up in altitude.
Roger, coming up in altitude. Leveling out. Bringing us left now.
Red smoke on, go. The smoke comes on.
And holding now.
Colours on, go. Rolling.
And rolling.
And levelling out. White smoke, go. Smoke off, go. Stand by, Reds form for the goose.
Roger, forming for the goose.
And coming left now. And going right. Leveling out. And smoke on, go. Colour change, go.
There we go. That is the completion of the goose. Now they'll all four will form up and then go for the Jippo break. And then we'll start to see some of the synchro moves coming in. So, like the Jippo pass the cyclone as well.
Oh, you and it's me and Geffen up on the left and right, correct?
Yep.
I'll go. Whoa.
You can, I'll break left in the blue.
Okay, I'll be on your left wing so I can break white then.
Yep.
Oh, Geffen, I'll go blue.
Yeah. I'll go red.
Sounds good.
Stand by, advanced mode coming on. Go. Smoke on, go.
What are you breaking?
I'm breaking left.
Okay, you can. Yeah, sorry.
Use the mountain, lads. Stand by, break, break, go. There we go, the Jippo break is complete as the Reds hold with the smoke. And smoke off, go. 40% increase, go. Jippo pass, go. Smoke on, go. White smoke check.
I'm with you, you can.
Roger.
Turn in.
Jack.
You can take turn. I'll
Coming
be
in.
with you.
Smoke on, go. Lights.
I'll increase speed slightly.
Oh, that 45 check.
Coming in at 100 feet at close speed of 800 knots. Ladies and gentlemen, look either left or right as they come in for the Jippo pass. Go. Roll. Down. Roll.
Hello?
Hello there.
Stand by, hold at about 300 feet. Go, cyclone, go. Rolling. And aim. Okay. Holding the pull, holding the pull. And smoke off, go. Stand by, go for the heart.
Roger.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just finished the first half and now starting the second half off with the synchro heart.
And just putting up behind.
Roger.
And inverting.
Stand by. And pulling up. Smoke on, go. Coming around, aiming now. And there we go, the heart is complete as they now come in for the opposition pass. 40% increase, go.
Roger. And
Stand by, turning, go. Lights,
lights. Threshold.
inverting. So there we go, coming in at a closer speed of 800 knots again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the opposition pass.
And roll.
There they go. They have just rolled as they crossed. Coming over and the smoke's off. Go. Ladies and gentlemen, they'll now come in for the circus. You can probably a height of 400 feet. Coming in.
Roger.
Coming down. Lights.
Increasing speed slightly.
Threshold. I'll slow down a bit. Go change. Go. Pull. Holding that pull. Come behind the man. Aiming. And continue pulling. Back over the runway. Perfect. White smoke. Go. And smoke off. Go.
Brilliant.
Stand by. Reds, go for the vertical brake. So now, ladies and gentlemen, the Reds have just broken out behind the crowd as they now come in for another pass over the head, coming for the vertical brake.
Forward.
Roger. 2, 3. Where are you?
Abracadabra.
2, 3, cut me off. Where we are going to have to pull up higher during this one as over mountain. Red, smoke on, go. I'll put my smoke on mid loop, Isaac, to help you.
No, yes, all good, it's all good.
Alright. And stand by. And pulling. Up. There goes the Reds pull around. They're coming around about 1,200 feet here. Go change, go. And there comes on the colours as they pull around, come just at the top of the loop there, 2,000 feet. Reds, brake, brake, go. And start levelling out now. Smoke off, go. And there we go. They have just completed the vertical brake. Now they come in for the opposition rolls. Synchro 40%, go.
40%.
Roger, oh, you that side, I'll go the other side. My bad.
That's all good.
Entity spawned by. Well, I can't get his name. Stand by.
I won't be able to kick him.
Is there
Someone delete the entity, please.
Yeah, please.
It is. I need to get low.
And then,
Roger.
It's lost account UK.
lights,
Roger.
threshold,
Yeah, that's twice lost account UK.
card change, go and roll. Roll complete.
Roll complete.
White smoke goes, smoke off, go. Meet out for the Vixen break. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the final synchro maneuver here today, and it is now the final maneuver here today. So, we hope you enjoyed our display here today. We'll hopefully see you again in the next one. But coming up now is the final break. It is the Vixen break.
You and shall I follow you up, or shall I go straight?
Go straight up the crowd.
Copy that. Smoke or no smoke?
Smoke.
Copy that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's listen into Red One's commands. Red, smoke on, go. Colours on, go. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the final time today. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team. No! Smoke off, go. And red standby, go for the landing brake. So there we go. There we go. The Reds have just finished their final manoeuvre of today's air show for them, and we'll now watch them break off one by one and taxi in, and then we'll then end the RIAT here. So it has been a pleasure here. So we're going to debrief everyone, just tell you when the final RIAT could be and what to expect. Red, smoke on, go.
You want me to do colours? Or
Yeah, sure. Red's colour change, go.
good boys?
Someone just fired the flare.
Colours off, go. White smoke, go. Smoke off, go. 1 braking. 2. 3. 4. Red's flaps down, gears down, 22%, go. Everyone turning would approach. So yeah, there we go. The Reds are turning in now for their landing.
You'll get from go like 30 just to catch up. I'm doing that as well.
We need to leave gap.
Yes. Should be behind you. Yep.
Reg 1 touchdown. 5% go.
Free touchdown.
4 touchdown.
1 taxiing off.
All Reds down.
Roger, all Reds down. There we go, all Reds are down, and now they taxi off, and they'll park up in their line. And then we'll hear off both me and the other RIAT owner on about next RIAT, and when we can expect it. So, you can.
Unfortunately, guys, the long wait for RIAT is about to start. We might not expect another RIAT now for at least 2 months, and this is due to me and Ewan now going on to, well, towards college now. So we'll be taking our final exams and, well, moving on in life. So you can expect the last RIAT sometime in around July or August. The dates are unconfirmed, but once we've got them, we will immediately announce them. We're expecting the RIAT to be a really long one, maybe 3 to 4 days. Again, me and Ewan are still trying to think of something we can really finish on here, and we're hoping to invite a lot of people to, well, try and make it the biggest RIAT we've hosted, and hopefully we can try and hit another milestone of members while me and Ewan are hopefully in doing well in our exams. But,
Yeah, so the plan is for the RIATs, the very final RIAT for me and UKN go. It is all down to it's going to be in July, as he said. The 4 days explained to you. We're going to have an arrival, so this is great for photography, the arrival of aircraft, and also obviously looking at the aircraft's park up and being marshalled in by the ground crew. Then day 2 and 3 is explained into the air show itself. So we'll have day 1 air show, day 2 air show. These will be the biggest air shows we've ever done. So there will be set times and there will be set limits for displays. And with the final part of the RIAT, it will be RIAT departures. So we can expect to see the departure of every aircraft has come to the final RAIT. So it's a big, going to be a big RAIT, but let's probably keep this alive and ready for the final time this year before the RAIT does come to a sad end. It has been a good 2-year journey.
Oh, yeah, I've got a question.
Yep, Red Engines.
How many solos would there normally be? Like, how many space would people get in this last big RAIT?
Probably 2.
Alright. Is that 2 per day or 2 all in total?
We'll see. We'll see.
Alright, perfect.
Alright, so you can. Is there anything else you want to say?
Not particularly, but I feel like any other photos you guys have from this RAIT, feel free to send in the photos channel, and I'll pass it over to you, Ewan, so you can finish on a good note.
Wait, you can I say one more thing quickly?
Yep.
Just to make me ever so more happy, could we please ban like that Lost Account UK guy? It'd make me really happy.
Can see about that.
Alright, sweet.
Alright, so for the final time today, until the final RAIT, a very good evening to the rest of you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We're sorry this went on for so long. But other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the final RAIT of 2025. Goodbye.